Ever want to eat s'mores while you're in chemistry? We'll show you one class that did.
Plus, see how the community got out their broomsticks for a wicked night out on the town.
I'm Layla Dyer.
And I'm Sophia Bilgi.
These stories, plus your normal dose of news and announcements, are coming your way. So, stay tuned.
Welcome home with Flossmoor to the Viking Television Show. As you've already heard, we have some great stories lined up for you.
Plus, Declan is here with a full wrap-up of sports. We're jam-packed today, so let's get started with the news.
Flossmoor's 5th annual Gem Half Marathon took place this weekend. Over 3,000 runners took to the streets of Flossmoor to run the 13.1-mile course. The community was on full display at all the turns and got to witness Colin McCow breaking the tape to win first place. Maria Lindberg was the female winner of the race, finishing just 11 minutes behind the overall winner.
Halftime of the football game Friday night saw a number of local veterans being honored for their service to the country. HF's athletic department pulled out the red carpet for about 20 veterans who were recognized on the field for their contributions in the military. This is an annual event for HF, and it has great meaning for those who served.
And the turnout of what the band does here in Parker School and James Hart, the patriotism in this town is like no place else. It's just wonderful.
HF's Key Club was active this weekend. Sponsor Miss Tanya Kluth gathered students to help clean up Isaac Walton, a local preserve in the community. Students spent the day picking up trash both in the park and along the roadside, helping make a big difference in the nature area. What's better than getting to eat an all-time favorite snack? How about getting to eat it during class?
That's the focus of today's Classroom Spotlight as we head to Mr. Pavanato's chemistry class.
What is stoichiometry? Stoichiometry is a part of chemistry that uses balanced chemical equations to calculate how much of each substance reacts and how much is produced. Sounds kind of confusing to me, but when you relate it with something we all know and love, it totally makes sense. Last week, chemistry classes turned up the heat and made s'mores in class to kick off their unit on stoichiometry. Chemistry teacher Mr. Rick Pavanato explained why s'mores relate to stoichiometry.
We did s'mores today because it relates to balancing equations, as we could have reactants that we would run out of. When you do a reaction, you have to have certain amounts, and if you don't have the correct amount, you have what would be called a limiting reactant. And so this activity is done just because people can kind of understand it, because it's a concept they can see with food that they can relate to.
Students got into groups and used the Bunsen burners to melt the marshmallows, which in turn showed them how different elements react. They quickly made connections in the experiment and explained how it all related to them.
Making s'mores was fun. It helped me get a better understanding of how stoichiometry worked, and it was just easy from there.
Making s'mores was really fun. It showed me that if I don't have enough marshmallows, then I can't make a certain amount of s'mores. The s'mores helped me understand stoichiometry because if there was no more marshmallows, there was no more s'mores to make.
As students measure marshmallows and chocolate just like reactants in an equation, they're getting a tasty intro into stoichiometry. Who knew chemistry could be this sweet? Reporting on Science You Can Snack On, I'm Ava Slaughter.
I think I'll be signing up for chemistry next year for sure. Thanks for that report, Ava.
It's October already. Halloween season is just around the corner, and some local businesses in downtown Flossmoor are taking advantage of it. Aiden Clark has the report on the town's latest event, Witches Night Out.
Downtown Homewood came alive for the annual Witches Night Out, a festive evening encouraging residents to dress as witches, support local businesses, and celebrate creativity. This year's event partnered with the Homewood Art Council to bring an extra touch of art and music to the celebration. A passerby dressed as a pink witch discussed supporting breast cancer awareness and the significance of the town's events.
Oh, I love it here in Homewood. I've been living here for the past 10 years. It's a good way to meet people, to meet the vendors to come out. And since pink and October is breast cancer month, I decided to, be a breast cancer witch to knock out cancer.
Meanwhile, the featured artist showcased original works contributing to the creative energy created around this special night.
So there's a pretty tight-knit arts and music community, and I would say that's the most important part of it to me, is that in Homewood especially, there's a really wonderful arts and music community, so everybody seems to support each other.
The live singer, presented by the Homewood Art Council, brought music that enchanted attendees and added to the festive atmosphere. Representing the Homewood Art Council, an official explained the goals behind the partnership and how it enhanced the community experience.
We're partnering with the Homewood Arts Council and the Homewood Creative Alliance to bring out local artists, and so I had everybody make Halloween-themed art, and so we could have a little pop-up, and then we also have some music.
The event was originally created by the Homewood Business Association, whose president shared the mission behind Witches Night Out, to encourage shopping local and foster community spirit during the Halloween season.
Hosting an event like this is so great for our community because it brings a whole bunch of people out and they get to explore the neighborhood, and restaurants are open, everybody's friendly, and we get to know each other's stores, and it's just a great community event.
With costumes, art, music, and a strong sense of community, Witches Night Out continues to be a highlight of the season in downtown Homewood. Reporting for VTV, I'm Aiden Cloud.
Great to see our whole community coming together and celebrating during this time of year.
Speaking of celebrating, some of our HF teams had a pretty good weekend themselves. It's time for Declan Klein with HF Sports.
It's a great time of year in sports. Football and cross country are both in full swing, and our Viking teams were in action this weekend. The girls cross country team hosted their only home meet of the season as they ran in the HF Mini Invitational. Michaela Schulman won the race, finishing in 12 minutes and 38 seconds. Carrington Hughes and Annika Eisenbart finished 3rd and 4th respectively, helping the Vikings to a first place finish with 22 points. St. Lawrence finished in 2nd place, followed by Thornton and Bloom. The team is in action again on Wednesday as they travel to Marion Catholic. The football team was also in action on Friday against Mattia Valley, winning a blowout by a score of 50-8. The team was anchored early by touchdowns from Miles Ellis, Joaquin Jordan, and Courtney Smith. The Viking defense was also at the top of its game, holding the Mustangs' running game to under 50 yards. The win takes the Vikings to 5-4 on the season and makes them eligible for the IHSA playoffs, which will begin next week. Just a couple sports taking place tonight. The boys soccer team hosts the Sandburg Eagles for a 5 p.m. start time. The boys cross country team is on the road at Rich Township, and the girls volleyball team travels to Lincoln Way West for an SWSC showdown. That's all I have for you in Viking sports. I'm Declan Klein.
Thanks, Declan. You know, he was talking about it being a great time of year in sports. It's also a great time of year in the drama department.
The HF Theater Department presents its latest production, Frankenstein. Check it out.
I've heard nothing but great things about this play, so make sure you check it out on one of the 3 days that it is playing this fall.
We'll be back tomorrow with more news and sports, as well as a look at our youth soccer club that's getting tons of kids involved and bringing the community together.
Plus, we'll let you in on how you can get involved in the biggest show on earth. That's right, the VTV Lip Sync Contest. That info comes out tomorrow only on VTV.
Until then, enjoy the nice weather outside. For everyone here at VTV, I'm Layla Dyer.
And I'm Sophia Bilgi. Have a great day, HF.